watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 10. I'm Susan Tran. Chris Flanagan has a night off. We are seeing rain in the DMV. Let's take a live look outside right now. Over at the cathedral there, the basilica that is, there at Catholic University. And then on the left-hand side, you see the radar. Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb joining us now. And Janessa, a lot of green out there on the radar.
Yeah, definitely seeing rain making its way through from west to east. And it's a chilly rain as well. We're back into the upper 50s across the region. So extremely below average. We've had just a ton of instability with severe weather in our southern states. But here in the DMV, we're on the northern side. And it's a lot of cool air, so it's suppressed the severe conditions. It's been consistent since I've seen you at about 6 o'clock earlier this evening, and so we are seeing a good wave of rain from Kaiser into the Cumberland area. The farther south that you go, it's starting to let up in nature and more on the isolated side from southern Maryland to sections of northern Virginia, but we're going to continue to watch that throughout the overnight, and it starts to get a little bit more impactful for your early morning commute. 50s right now, and it will be a cool night with winds still coming out of the west, so that keeps us on the cooler side. Tonight is a dreary one, but your early morning commute, it's in jeopardy for tomorrow for some pockets of moderate to torrential rain. More on that, Susan, coming up.
All right, Janessa, thank you. Developing tonight in the district, a shooting in Northeast sends a teen to the hospital. It happened on Hamlin Street between 13th and 14th Streets. Police say he was conscious and breathing when officers arrived. Over in Southeast, though, a woman is shot and killed. Police say she got into a fight with her neighbor on Pitts Place. Investigators say a man and woman chased that victim down the street, and the man shot and killed her this afternoon. Police have 2 men in custody and are still looking for a third person as well as the gun that was used in that shooting. It has been a pretty violent 24 hours in the district. Tonight, we're looking for answers from police as well as safety advocates about what could be done here. DC News Now's Max Marcilla joining us live outside of that police station in Northwest. And Max, we know violent crime overall is down, but this recent trend has got to be so frustrating for families and police.
Yeah, Susan, we heard from MPD Chief Pamela Smith and an advocate, and they both shared their frustration and sadness at this recent trend. They are also hoping that more can be done to ensure that the trend stops as soon as possible. 15 days, 15 deadly shootings. In total, 17 people killed by a gun in the district. A disheartening stretch of violence happening in all 4 quadrants in all different ways. In the last 2 weeks, we've seen 2 triple shootings in Southeast, a stray bullet that killed a man inside his Northwest home, and a 14-year-old girl who accidentally shot herself filming a video.
We are seeing too many, and I'll emphasize too many interpersonal conflicts where the results are the production of firearms to resolve these conflicts.
But DC Police Chief Pamela Smith says most of the shootings MPD has investigated recently are not random.
Individuals are losing their lives over something that we strongly believe could be handled and managed with just a conversation.
When it's something like that, what can be done?
There's a lot that we can do. And part of that is our city having a true, comprehensive, strategic plan to how we approach gun violence in our city.
Marcus Ellis is the former executive director of Peace for DC, who now works with Cities United, working to prevent gun violence across the country. He says part of that plan is violence interrupters.
They have what we call lived experience.
Is DC doing enough right now with violence interrupters?
I honestly don't think so. I think that our mayor has been amazing in terms of her investment in the work. However, DC is known to be a city that is resource rich and coordination poor.
Now, some context as it pertains to how DC is doing against violent crime. The homicide rate this year compared to last, at least as far as the year has gone so far, about the same. However, violent crime in total is down about 20% since this time last year. Reporting live in Northwest, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, Max, thank you. Staying in the district now in Ward 8 this week, a safety session to tell you about. The Advisory Neighborhood Commissioners hosting a virtual meeting addressing concerns from families. That is happening Thursday night at 6:30. Now to a large bipartisan showing at a funeral for Congressman Jerry Connolly. who was called this epitome of a public servant. Several lawmakers spoke at the services in Reston, including Senator Tim Kaine. He was remembered for expanding Metro rail access, investing in local education, and creating affordable housing. Governor Glenn Youngkin ordering all flags to be lowered to half staff to honor the congressman. He died last week after a long battle with throat cancer. He was 75. Over in Maryland, firefighters battling this garage fire in Prince George's County this morning on Serena Street. You can see that the flames spread into the home. No one was hurt, and the investigation continues into what started the fire. Another controversial pardon from President Trump. Former Culpeper Sheriff Scott Jenkins was set to start serving his 10-year prison sentence today, but instead he is a free man. In a statement, he thanks God and President Trump. A jury found the 53-year-old guilty on fraud and bribery charges for selling badges to untrained and unvetted people. He was sentenced back in March. The pardon getting mixed reactions.
Who should be surprised at anything he does? This is him. This is what he does. With this climate that we live in now, anything can happen. You know, Donald Trump can pardon anybody.
The U.S. Attorney's Office has declined to comment. We're getting a look at some new video of a young black bear that's been roaming Maryland. Wildlife crews safely were able to get him down from a tree there in Langley Park yesterday. And you can hear the bear climbing down. The wildlife officials were able to shoot the animal with a tranquilizer, and he slowly made his way down that tree. The 1.5-year-old was first reported in Baltimore and Howard counties. Then on Monday, he was spotted at Langley Park. The crews there got the bear out of the tree. They were able to tag him and release him back into more suitable green space that was nearby. The Commanders' newest cornerback making quite an entrance for his first unofficial day at work. In this plane right here as the pilot, Jonathan Jones. He is a licensed pilot who flew himself, as you can see, into the College Park Airport to meet Washington's faithful. DC News Now's Tim Reed has more from fans still flying high from all that excitement.
Jonathan Jones is the newest member of the Washington Commanders. The 9-year veteran made a grand entrance, landing his plane at the College Park Airport to meet the fans, who were excited to welcome him to the DMV. Not only is Jonathan Jones an NFL cornerback who now plays for the Washington Commanders, but he is also a licensed pilot. After his plane touched down, he got the chance to meet fans at the historic College Park Airport.
Washington stuck out to me for not only the football team and the things that they were doing, but I just always heard so many great things about the city of Washington, and just how much it mirrored Atlanta, and being home and away from home. And once I got here, I really felt at home.
Jones was signed to the Commanders after playing 9 years with the New England Patriots. He played 132 career games and 322 tackles and 11 interceptions. 3 years ago, he was able to get his pilot's license, something he has a passion for off the field.
I remember the first time they let me take the controls. It was a feeling of like I should have been here before. It took too long, and so I just fell in love with aviation on that part.
Commanders fans were eager to welcome him and are looking forward to Jones helping the team become even more successful.
Yeah, we're really excited. We wanted to bring our kids here to see it because we don't often see, football players landing their own planes. So this is going to be really cool.
During his career, Jonathan Jones has played in 7 playoff games, and he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. In College Park, Maryland, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
All right, what a way to make an entrance. Tim, thank you. Give and you shall receive. In Maryland, Montgomery County is offering free ride-on bus trips. If you donate any canned goods or boxes of cereal, perhaps, you can just drop off the non-perishable items in a bin on the bus, and then your fare is waived. It's a partnership between Ride On and Manna Food Center, which will then give out those items to families in need. Organizers say they've really seen an increase in people who need help following all the federal layoffs and the cuts to food assistance programs.
As the need is becoming more pronounced in the community, we'd love to double that amount and get as much food into the food system as we can.
It really is important to remember how important food is. Food is love, food is support, food is caring, food is giving. And so by doing this, you are imparting all of that on so many people who find themselves in tough times.
This is the 32nd year for this food drive, and it continues until Saturday. Organizers really hope to top last year's donations of more than 2,000 pounds of food. New tonight, when nothing else matters but seeing Metallica at Northwest Stadium tomorrow, Metro says it's got you covered. The trains will get you home even if the concert runs past normal service hours. WMATA says you have to enter, though, at either Morgan Boulevard or the downtown Largo stations, and the other stations will only be for an exit. The M72 World Tour is set to showcase Metallica's signature 360-degree stage. Looking ahead, there are several World Pride DC events this week. There is a film festival running through Thursday featuring LGBTQ+ movies. It's over at the Alamo Draft House in Crystal City tomorrow, and it moves over to Atlas on H Street in the district on Thursday. The weather-delayed raising of the Pride flag in D.C. is also happening Thursday afternoon at 3:30 over at City Hall. There is a welcome ceremony and concert at Nats Park on Saturday. The gates open at 4:30. For more information on all of these events, all you have to do is go to our website, dcnewsnow.com.